Triumph.
Well done, my dear. A real triumph.
Military.
The guy obviously has military training.
Content.
He wouldn't tell me the contents of the box.
Satisfy.
I had to work very hard to satisfy him.
Satisfied.
I hear you got another satisfied customer.
Satisfaction.
They find great satisfaction in their work.
Dissatisfaction.
He expressed dissatisfaction with the results of the vote.
Gratification.
He just thinks about the here and now and the immediate gratification.
Cater.
It is what we do. We cater to our guests' needs.
Complex.
He needs Han to solve a complex math problem.
Complexity.
Look at the complexity of the human body.
Complicated.
We had a complicated relationship.
Intricate.
By the 19th century, machines could produce even very intricate objects.
Intricacy.
What could a 15-year-old possibly know about the intricacies of a relationship?
Sophisticated.
This is one of the most sophisticated firewalls in the world.
Generate.
This generates a new password every 50 minutes.
Generation.
Skills are passed down from generation to generation.
Generational.
Economic change has made the generational divide sharp and deep, says Majouet.
Generative.
Schools are making this leap from being passive to being generative.
Millennial.
Open offices weren't invented by hip millennials.
Liberal.
I know today's thinking is much more liberal.
Illiberal.
This illiberal turn in attitudes to migration is no surprise.
Liberate.
I was in the war. I helped liberate France.
Liberty.
Let us enjoy the fresh air of liberty and union.
Manage.
I manage our sales team.
Management.
I admit I have a tough management style, but I am fair.
Memory.
I have a terrible memory for faces.
Memorable.
I really want this weekend to be memorable for both of you.
Memorization. Vocabulary is a lot of memorization. That's the way it is.
Regard.
Many regarded the whole thing as a joke.
Regarding.
He has some information regarding this case.
Disregard.
Henry, I can't just disregard the law.
Regardless of something.
In that moment, he had to act, regardless of the consequences.
Explore.
Let's explore the universe.
Exploration.
The United States has no plans to end its exploration of Mars.
Excavation.
An excavation near Cairo yielded dozens of mummified cats.
Express.
Get it out. Express the anger.
Expression.
Lemon, gift-giving is the purest expression of friendship.
Expressive.
Her eyes grew larger and more expressive.
Convey.
Please convey my apologies to Monsieur Ackley.
Utterance.
Charlie's only utterance was a feeble, indistinct sound.
Gasp.
Everyone gasped with delight. It was glorious.
Predict.
You can't predict the future.
Predictable.
We now know that the movement of the planets is incredibly predictable.
Predictably.
She was sued. She lost, predictably and repeatedly.
Prediction.
It's called the Space Weather Prediction Center.
Anticipate.
We have to anticipate the worst.
Forecast.
The weather forecast says it's going to be sunny.
Foreseeable. This tragedy was utterly foreseeable. Foreshadow.
This week's crash foreshadows the end of that golden age.
Prevent.
I had to bite my lip to prevent myself from laughing.
Prevention.
Prevention of crime is not what policemen are best at.
Hinder.
Olivier is totally hindering my success.
Curb.
The measures are aimed at curbing Iran's nuclear program.
Barrier.
How does one communicate across language barriers?
Obstacle.
What's the biggest obstacle you've ever had to overcome?
Similar.
I believe I may have a similar problem.
Similarity.
I'm continually amazed by the similarity between our two worlds.
Resemble.
You resemble very closely your father.
Likewise.
He's helped us in the past. We should do likewise.
Analogy.
Can you make an analogy that might help us understand?
Analogous.
Think of space-time as analogous to this sheet of paper.
Aim.
My aim is to catch her father.
Purpose.
What is the purpose of life?
Attract.
It is natural for people to be attracted to beautiful things.
Attraction.
I just don't get the attraction of that lifestyle.
Attractive.
From every window there was an attractive view.
Attractiveness.
Beard attractiveness also depends on whether it's properly groomed.
Extract.
I'm going to extract the DNA from this kiwi fruit.
Contract.
Sign the contract now, Walter.
Abstract.
Any kind of abstract concept was hard for me.
Charge.
You are under arrest on the charge of willful murder.
Accuse.
They're being accused of murder.
Expense.
I'm a little concerned about the expense of this meal.
Expenditure.
We're going to see further cuts in public sector expenditure.
Guilt.
He carried the guilt with him to his grave.
Guilty.
and I began to feel guilty about the lion that I had killed.
Conviction.
A judge has agreed to reopen his case. His conviction may be overturned.
Conflict.
Look, money is a huge source of conflict in any marriage.
Wreak.
A weapon like this could wreak havoc on the city.
Harmonization.
Because we were not going to harmonize or force harmonization, we were trying to facilitate understanding among people.
Collect.
I will need you to collect some DNA samples from the boy.
Collection.
I had a wonderful collection of books.
Collective.
This is a collective decision.
Gather.
Okay, everyone, gather around. That's it. Come in close.
Accumulation.
The pace of debt accumulation has slowed over the last 2 years.
Assemble.
The army has assembled, Count Dooku.
Converge.
Around this point, the power of the Tibetan landscape and the beliefs of many cultures converge.
Reward.
And after all that hard work, give yourself a reward.
Award.
Which film has won the most ever Oscar awards?
Prize.
In 1986, he won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Tradition.
It's a tradition going back generations.
Traditional.
Well, in Germany, it's traditional to lock a room before Christmas.
Convention.
The convention is to bring an upset person a hot beverage.
Conventional.
I just always thought marriage was too conventional and boring and normal.
Conventionally.
Countries with a low standard of living are the ones that are conventionally considered poor.
Unconventional.
This method is unconventional, but very effective.
Special.
Class, today is a very special day. It's someone's birthday.
Specifically.
I designed the suit specifically for my body.
Specialized.
Space technology is a pretty specialized field.